Hey, everybody. How's it going? Happy Friday. It's Friday night, and I'm feeling all right. Pretty good. I'm feeling pretty awesome. Feeling good. And I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're feeling the best. I hope this Friday was the best Friday you've had since last Friday. And I hope last Friday was really good too. Because I'm just that kind of guy who wishes that everybody has the best day ever, every single day. Does it get annoying? Yeah, a little bit. Just ask my wife. She hates it. She told me today that my optimism made her want to throw up. And I said, at least it'd probably smell good because you ate a really good diet today. It was full of food that I made you. It's the most delicious, best food on the planet. I'm just an optimistic guy. And that's all I have to say about that. Welcome in. Just a good day. It's a great day. We have two guests joining us, and I am so thrilled to introduce them. Whatever. It's Dusty Dram himself and Jason from the Mash and Drum. Hey, guys, how's it going?
What's going on, Maddie?
Matt, what's up, WT?
World's top.
That's it. You're the world's top everything.
Wow, if I was just the world's top, that'd be really awkward.
That's what, yeah. You're WT.
Just riding it out, right?
Ride it out, man, as long as you can, buddy.
How the heck are you? We've been meaning to get on the stream with Dusty Dan for a while. We've been talking about this for a long time.
Yeah. We had a few scheduling issues, but yeah, we're here now, so it gives credit.
I'm excited to be here. Excited to have you guys on. Thank you for doing this. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Tonight's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a blast. We're gonna roll through a flight. We're gonna BS a little bit. Dusty Dan sent us a Dusty from 19-0, and I'm super excited for tonight. So
yeah, so like the 1800s or some shit.
Yeah. Close.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. So actually, I've got a poured right now. Let's start the night off with Dusty Dan's Dusty Dram.
All right.
Tell us what we're drinking here. What is this?
Yeah. What the hell are we drinking, dude?
That's so for celebrating the 1,000 subscribers that I got, cracked open it was a special old reserve that was distilled in 1916 and bottled in 1933.
Oh, this was the celebration sub bottle you cracked open?
Yeah. I was gonna wait until I had the 1,000 subs and the 4,000 watch hours, but I don't have those watch hours yet. It's slowly creeping up, but so I just decided to send you guys I think that is the oldest I have. I have a couple from pre-prohibition, but I think that one is the oldest, the 1916.
I'm surprised how freaking good this smells for something.
I know, that's what when I opened that and tried it, to be honest with you, like I honestly thought it was going to be horrible. I just, something in the back of my mind was like, this is going to taste so bad. But when I tried it, and smelled it, I was shocked. I was completely shocked.
It has a little dusty characteristic to it. It's got that little, like Jason said, like a little moldy to it, but it's barely there. It's
barely there. This is a lot sweeter than I thought it would smell. I thought it was going to get some real nasty, funky must that you get. If I smelled this, not knowing what it was, I would think this is something from maybe the 60s or 70s.
Yeah.
Because, they have that must to it, but some of those can be real sweet. I would never guess that this is like 1913 shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's it definitely didn't give that, it didn't come off that way on the nose for me either. So, but I think you're going to be surprised by how it tastes. So,
it smells like a pie crust, like it's like a cinnamon apple pie crust. More not like it's like a kind of like a perfectly baked one almost.
Yeah. See, I'm getting like an overdone pecan pie. Like you left it in the oven a little too long, so it's got like that toasty
note. Yeah,
smoky toasty note to it.
I can get that.
I could see though where Matt's getting the apple pie though.
Well, it's not exactly the apple. It's just more like the crust. I'm picturing
the crust, just like Pillsbury crust, man.
It's a Dutch apple pie because it's got the ceiling on it, right?
Oh yes, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy that you say that.
A lot of cinnamon on it too.
Yeah,
ton of cinnamon. A little
I
bit
don't-
of.
I mean,
I mean,
so
it does,
this wasn't a glass container. It was in a bottle.
Yeah, it's in a bottle. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and I cracked the seal, and I didn't even see there was a little a safety tab that was behind the tack strip. I was wondering why I couldn't. I was having such a hard time opening. I didn't see the safety tab there.
Did you try turning it the other way?
No, no, it would not budge without getting that safety tab peeled off.
yeah, that thing was on there. You have to
No,
take.
yeah, it was a metal one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it
have
was
to take a
metal.
damn knife out. You have to take a knife out to cut that thing off.
Yeah, but you couldn't see it behind the tack strip. So
Some of those dusties are tricky, like the catfish, especially those ones. You just lose which way is which way, and you just tighten that for a half hour.
It also smells a little bit like stale, like Coca-Cola. Like Coca-Cola, not stale, like flat.
Flat, yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Like an RC cola,
Yeah, like cheap ass RC Cola.
Yeah, yep,
but it's a super clear. That's a
yeah.
Nice color on it. I mean, you would never know. What's the age on this, buddy?
Well, at 15, let's see, 16 to 33. So it's 16, 17, something like that. Yeah, it's dark.
Jason just showing off his autofocus.
I'm just telling everyone to take a sip.
You're stealing my moves. Look at me, mine just goes blurry.
Yeah.
There you go. Get in there. Oh yeah, but you look so cool in the glass. You look like you're in it.
If only I could fit. Oh, Marie Franchi says, cheers to optimism. Just keep it up. Thank you for the super chat, Marie. Oh, by the way, tonight I'm going to do a giveaway at the end of the night. So hopefully someone in chat can keep track. But let's give away a bottle of Hancock's Reserve tonight.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Kirby's in the house, isn't he? Is Kirby in here? I thought I saw him. Where the wrench is at? Yeah, Kirby's there.
Yeah, I got one of them right there for the winner tonight.
There you go. Little Mash Bill 2 action.
Yes. It's too low proof for me. What am I supposed to do with that?
I don't know. Give it away, maybe.
Boom. Just do it. All right, I'm going to taste this.
Man. This is amazing. Cheers.
Yeah. That's the best way to do it is to share it, guys. So cheers.
All right, here we go. This is the Dusty Dan in his Saturday Night Fever shirt. I love it.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Whoa.
Then I have a crazy mouthfeel too. Like
the finish is what's getting me.
Yeah.
No idea what that was.
Hancock took a fall.
No, it was two high wests. They went crisscross on each other.
Whiskey Mountains, aka Adrian R, says, "Oh my God, the sign with the train, amazing."
Yeah, that's great. F your train.
Fuck your train. Wow.
Roger, do you get on the
It starts off like a Dusty where you get a little of that bitterness to it, but then it's all sweet on the back end and in the middle. That's crazy.
On the finish, I get a little bit of. If you ever put your tongue, okay. If you ever put your tongue on a 9-volt battery,
on a knife, yeah,
that's what the finish tastes like to me.
Like that acidic, like.
Mm-hmm.
Really, you get a lot of acidity on it.
I'm not sure if that's what it is. It's just the flavor that's left in your mouth afterwards. It's like a.
Yeah, I think that's the tannic. The tannic.
A 1913 9-volt battery.
1913. It's so different though, like it's just
yeah. Now after on my second sip, the funk is just staying now. Now the funk is all in.
Yeah.
There's like a little bit of like raisin and like date on the back end, like especially a lot of raisin. It almost tastes like I get those notes off like a port finish whiskey sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Weird.
Now that you say that, I can pick that up on the finish.
Yeah,
Thank you for saying that, man. That's so cool.
It's dusty corn. I'm still getting that flat Coca-Cola note, a little bit of sugary sweetness. There's good mouthfeel on it. It's creamy.
Yeah.
It lingers. It's the lingering bugger. It sticks around.
Yeah, I got a very slight punch of black cherry. on the very, very back end. Like this, or it's a dark fruit. I'm thinking dark cherry, like Jerry Garcia, like dark cherry.
Jeff Meager coming in as a $5 super chat says, "Hit the like button. Happy Friday." He's right. Everybody should be hitting the like button.
Yes.
And I mean, how many are we up to? We should probably have 1,000 by now.
Mash it, hit it, slap it, rub it down. Oh no!
Slap it a like. Slap it a like.
Slap it a like.
Thank you, Jeff, for that super chat. It's interesting. It definitely tastes different than anything what we have nowadays, for sure.
Yeah.
That's probably the most enjoyable old whiskey I've had.
This is getting sweeter and sweeter in the glass.
It's just, again, I mean, the way that they made it back then is just so different. You know, I can't really compare it to anything that I've ever had like today. Just nothing tastes like it, you know, and it's weird because like from that time period to like some of the 30s and 40s stuff that distilled in the 30s and 40s, like some of that stuff doesn't even taste like that. But then some of the stuff from the 50s and 60s doesn't taste like, you know, that. So it's like, it was like forever evolving into like what we have now. It's very, very strange.
Yeah.
It also makes me wonder. So let's say that was 1913.
1916.
So let's say what, 1916?
Yeah.
That's what I said. So let's say 100 years from now, someone's like, "Here, drink this whiskey from 100 years ago." What whiskey are they going to be drinking? Are they like, where was this on the level of whiskeys back then?
Yeah.
Like, are we drinking like birthday bourbon, or are we drinking like Old Tub? What do you think?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, from what I understand, again, there were several different distilleries that made special old reserve. You know, one of them was the Melwood Distillery, which is where my bottle was from. There was one that was made from I think Corky Taylor's grandfather. I forget the distillery name.
That's Peerless now, right? Corky Taylor.
Yeah, and it was his. I think his grandfather had Henry E. Wilkin, whatever distillery he was creating. It was distilling special old reserve too. So I think that was a brand that was distilled by several different distilleries out there. So I'd say that this one is probably more along the lines of maybe I don't know. I mean, not something like you're gonna get with some of these more special brands. I guess you would say.
I mean, beggars can't be choosers. It's 100 years old. It's so cool.
Yeah, so. I know, right? That's what I always said. It's like thinking about the people. You know, obviously people pass it up on the shelf, and you know somebody grabbed it and stashed it away somewhere. It was in a decent temperature, and you know was able.
Yeah, and it's amazing because for 100 years old bourbon, like you would. I've had stuff that's considered a dusty in the 60s and 70s that are way worse than this is.
Yeah.
So the fact that this stayed so well, 100 years old, and it still tastes pretty damn good. It's interesting, like what that transition was. Like, how did this stay so damn good? From 100 years ago, and then you had stuff in the 60s and 70s that I've had that tastes like trash.
Yeah, well, I know one of the old Taylor bottles that I have that's really old. It was found in an old basement with a whole bunch of other old bottles, and it was in a very cool and dry environment. And the fill level is like it's barely lost anything. And for this one, I'm pretty sure you guys saw the bottle originally. I mean, it was just below the shoulder of the bottle. I mean, for being that long and only having that much evaporate that blows my mind, to be honest.
It was a 375, isn't it?
Or
was it a 750? What is it?
No, that's a 375, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably being a little bit in a smaller bottle probably helped too. Usually those full size bottles, you get a lot of evaporation.
Yeah.
Maureen Franchi, thank you for the super chat. She's hitting like 3 times, one for each of us. And Bourbon Battalion, thank you for the super chat. Dusty Dan, that setup is on point. I like your old Carter barrelhead. That's pretty sweet.
Hey, I like yours too.
And Jason. Pretty nice.
I wish I had one.
Yeah, this is just a quick setup here. Again, this is at my grandparents' house, so I don't get the peace and quiet at my house. So this is just sitting. This used to have golf trophies all sitting all over, so I stole it.
You just threw them out the window. You're like, get over here.
There's sitting on the
Like,
kitchen table back there.
That's us, Dan. This is real special stuff to be drinking. So thanks again.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah, you're welcome, guys.
I saved a little bit to try later. Just to
Yeah, you can actually say that you've had a bourbon that's 100 years old. That's awesome.
I mean, Christ knows how much that would cost us. Some kind of freaking bar, per ounce, probably $300 or some shit like that.
How did you get your hands on one? Was it like through just by chance, or was it through like auctions, or was like
Dusty Dan meets up with people in dark corners in the woods and gets his bottles.
Quiet places. Yeah. No, I mean, there's been different times. I mean, you can find bottles at estate sales. I think you'd honestly be very surprised at what you would find. But there's a group of guys that I deal with like off of the secondary market. I met some of them through there, and I've met some in person, and I've we have a very small little group that I communicate with, and I got that through one of them. So
nice. That's super cool to have friends like that. You have friends who have DeLoreans, so
maybe
where we're going,
we don't need roads.
Either that, or Dusty won a disco contest to win this bottle with that shirt. Love it.
I gotta let it flow, baby.
That's right. Get it out.
Relaxed.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing goes better with a 1916 bourbon than a little Coca-Cola.
Yeah. I gotta get some sugar in me, man. I gotta be up early, so gotta stay up.
Okay, can you run me through that? How that makes sense? I need some sugar in me because I gotta get up early.
I just gotta keep it flowing. I keep that blood flowing.
Hey, Will Henderson comes in with a $5 super chat. Says, "Cheers, guys! Cheers to you, Will." Friggin' MVP.
What's up,
Henry Chamber said hashtag Dark Alley Edition.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Look at this. Ohio is fraternizing with Michigan. You're not even in Michigan anymore. Are you back in Michigan? Oh, you are back in Michigan now, Matt, right?
Yeah, I'm in the other half now.
Yeah,
so we're up north, and now we're back in lower Michigan. We're all over the place. So
hey, look, I love Ohio, but I never claimed to be an OSU super fan because I didn't grow up here. So,
yeah. But you're a true Mets fan, though, right?
Yeah. Sadly, my New York Mets. Although we got new owners, so I'm seeing hopefully good things to come in the future with the Mets.
Yeah.
So, have you guys seen? There's a new TV show. It's not TV show. It's on Netflix. It's called something about NASCAR. It's with Kevin James.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
So he shaved his head, and he's lost a tremendous amount of weight. He's in good shape.
Yep.
Jason's looking quite a bit like a slimmed down Kevin James. Nice, and like I just saw with the little beard going on, but you look like a famous person.
Yeah, I've actually been working out like crazy the last week or so. I started getting back into it and just really focusing on getting back in really good shape. So yeah, just been hitting the gym.
Nice.
You doing a lot of cardio?
Yeah, a lot of cardio. I'm kind of mixing it up, kind of like 3-4 days of cardio and then some weights in between.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gary says for you to get the other Coke.
Yeah, he needs the other Coke to get up early in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that too. That makes way more sense. Yeah. All right. So I sent you guys a flight, and I sent you 6, but I want to taste through 5 first, and then save the last one for last, just as like a good night pour.
Okay.
So that one doesn't really fit this flight, and it might just ruin it if we put it in with these ones. So we'll sip the last one last. But these are. I didn't know what we were going to do, if we were going to play some fun game or if we were just going to taste through them. But I think we should just taste through them, talk about them. You guys can venture some guesses what you think they possibly could be. I will laugh because you're going to be wrong, even though you could be definitely right. Yeah, and maybe I'll just like ask some questions about what. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Let's start with A. Let's
All
pop.
right.
For sure.
Oops, breaking stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Does it go up from here? Because holy shit, this smells amazing.
That's what she said. America.
Oh, this is all butter pecan.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Jason, you said that earlier.
Yep. This is some dark ass butter pecan ice cream in a glass. Oh my gosh.
So knowing that I was going to drink along with you guys, I obviously poured stuff that I wanted to drink with you guys. I'm not gonna
Oh shit.
I'm not gonna torture myself. So
Yeah.
There's like just the richest caramel note coming from here, man. That's a brown sugar.
Oh, this is just all freaking creme brulee, cracked brown sugar topping with some butter pecan sauce.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
yeah, it's super sweet on the nose.
Oh.
Dieter Lang says number 6 is everyone's favorite, Kessler's.
Kessler's.
Get that fancy shit out of here.
God, this is so freaking sweet. It's like ice.
Yeah. I'm gonna taste it because I just want to.
There's like a pistachio ice cream on here. Okay, I'm trying it.
It's not bad. It's no Black Prince.
Oh, a little disappointed in the palate coming off the nose. I mean, it's good, but the nose was like fucking phenomenal.
The finish is where it's at for me, though. The oak really comes through on the end. Cherried oak.
Oaky, sweet. Yeah, definitely getting the cherry a little bit.
Yep. Man, that's
chocolate. Like a milk chocolate.
I can see that too, yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you place this in a proof range for you guys? Do you think it's a hot bugger, or is it?
If it's super hot, it's not coming off that way. The finish is nice. I would like put this in the 115 to 120 range, I think.
I think this actually drinks. This could be up like 125.
Yeah?
130, yeah. I think it's just the way it's coming off. I think it drinks a lot less. I think it drinks.
It could.
What was? Did you mention what the proof was on that Dusty we just had? Did I ignore that?
100.
100? Okay. Thank you, Uncle Buck, for the super chat. It says, great night to watch some great people. Uncle Buck's a great person.
Yeah.
Chicago, Illinois.
Man.
There is this like there is like this chocolate note, but there's also like I get like a really slight hint of toffee on like the middle of the palate. And then it goes into that fruity that fruity finish.
The finish, after you said toffee, I can still taste like a score bar, like the chocolate and toffee.
Yeah,
toffee, sure.
Man, that's
freaking delicious. It's getting better every sip.
That's a good one. It's these are all not bad.
These are all not bad.
It's funny because I've never done this before. I've never went through a flight where I know what it is and other people don't. So everything I say, I'm like, it's not bad because
it's very layered. Not really sure.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if this is some high-end blended product, like a Carter or a Kentucky Owl.
I was almost gonna think it was a Carter, man. To be honest with you,
So you think it's a bourbon?
Definitely think it's a bourbon with all that sweetness. Yeah.
Do you think it's a finished bourbon?
No,
I don't know. If it is finished, I mean, it's barely there, unless it's finished in ice cream barrels.
Jason, are there ice cream barrels we can finish?
I'm hoping.
Okay, we need to do that. It's like they have to keep them cold though.
Yeah, so you gotta keep the barrels frozen in cold, and then
otherwise it'll go bad.
Take the ice cream out, and then you know what you do is after you keep them frozen for a while, then you put them in a hot warehouse, let the ice cream melt out of it, and then you put the bourbon in.
Bourbon.
You're so smart. How
that toffee note and that slight milk chocolate layer is just
the chocolate was kind of hidden first. Now it's very prevalent.
Yeah.
The score bar, the Heath bar, like it's like the perfect description of this one. It's really good.
And that fruitiness that follows into the finish, though.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Tom Lawrence is asking about my weight.
Yeah, how you doing with that, buddy? How's it going? No, in all seriousness, like how's the diet going? Not good, huh? Oh, shit.
I thought we were going to get through this. Tom Lawrence.
Listen, man, you look amazing.
I feel terrible. I should probably start taking care of myself. Oh man, it's not funny, but yeah, Tom Lawrence, thank you for keeping me accountable. Next week, if I haven't lost weight by next Friday, then I will. I don't know. I'll have Klein drive 2 hours and kick me in the balls.
Hey, I mean, where are you? Are you in like Southern Michigan or Northern Michigan?
Southern Michigan now. So I'm in.
All right, so you're closer to me now. I could come up and kick you in the nuts if you want.
Boom. It'll give. Yeah, that's a long drive. So like, if you had to drive that far into Michigan, you'd show up not happy. So
I'll be nicer. Instead of kicking, I'll just squeeze you a little bit. How's that?
No, that's.
What would you, Jason? What would you say the age is on this?
I know there's so much sweet. I mean, you do get some oak profile, but I would say this is I would guess anywhere between 12 and 15. If I had to put like an exact age on it, I would say maybe 13, 14 years.
See, for me, I still get some spicy notes on the front of the tongue, but then there's also like a fruitiness on the front of the tongue, and it's like toffee, milk chocolate, and then fruit again on the finish.
I mean, again, if it's some kind of fantastic blend, there could be some youthful stuff mixed in with some old stuff too.
Yeah,
you just never know. You just never know nowadays with some of these really good bourbons.
Yeah,
right.
There's a lot of just fantastic blends out there.
A is good, man. I like A. It's pretty good.
Yeah, A is delicious, man.
Yeah, that's damn good.
G Hutch says we're drinking Discovery 5 that I blended. No, it's not it. It's not. If it were, I wouldn't. It could be. Who knows? It's not though. David. Wow. Okay, this is a great name. David Frields.
David Frields.
He's a 49er fan. ECBF. Elijah Craig. Barrel proof.
Fuck it. C920 bottle kill. Love it.
David Frields, thank you for the super chat. That's such a good bottle, the C920. Hey, have you guys had the A121 yet?
No.
I have it, and yeah, I'm actually filming my video of it tomorrow. Yep.
I tasted it also.
Yep. What do you think? Kind of first impressions.
It's not. I mean, 2020 was good for Elijah Craig barrel proof. 2021's not starting off so hot, is what I thought.
I would agree with your assessment. I think the two releases, the B and the C from 2020, were pretty special. So for the new year to kind of kick off the way it's looking like, I'm gonna give it one more pour, let the bottle get some more air in it, and see what happens, and then I'll film it tomorrow.
I totally agree. I think that it's unfair to judge it immediately, but if I were to judge it immediately, I would say that it's an imposter. I would say that you are in the wrong bottle. It tastes not, it just doesn't have the same profile, but not in a good way. It's like
there was another A. I think it was was it A1? I want to say what was it? Which year was that? Yeah, you had the 17, the 8, the C918 was my favorite. So I think it was the A19, which coming off C918, which is like my favorite batch ever. But the C920 and the B520 are pretty damn close. They're right up there.
Mm-hmm.
That coming off that C918, the A19 was like, what the hell? Like, what happened? Did you forget what you did with the C? What happened?
Did you still find the A batch very sweet though?
The 121?
Yeah.
It's flat. It's nutty. It doesn't. It's not the same experience you normally get. It's less of an experience. It's less of a bourbon.
Yeah, there's no like B and C last year had some depth to it. It had a lot of flavor. This is just there's nothing really beyond the Heaven Hill nuttiness. I mean, there's obviously your vanillas and caramels and your oak because it's 12 years old, but it's not nearly as nuanced and as rich as the B and the C were.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my first impression. I've only taken a couple sips. So, all right, let's go to B.
Moving to B. Maureen Franchi says that her and Gary are close enough to come kick me. That's
everyone's lining up.
Will Barrett, great video today, Matt. Love the honesty.
Oh, that was a good video, man. Good job on that one.
Well, so I saw this a Bourbon Junkies video with the same exact title for some reason, which is weird. Has 700,000 views.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's been 9 months.
Yeah, I could do that.
I can use the same exact title. So I did. Total ripoff of the video. But at the same time, who cares, right? I mean, I said I got 5 whiskeys that people shouldn't buy.
They're gonna, videos are gonna overlap sometimes. Everyone's doing, everyone kind of does top 5s and, worst this, best that. It happens.
Yeah, and we all name them the same exact title.
Pretty much.
I sent Dan a text message this morning that said, I borrowed your video. Then I said, no, I stole it. I'm sorry. Hey, John T got the Discovery 4 in the mail today. Great recommendation. Discovery 4 is fantastic.
It has like a crazy like fruity nose.
Oh, B?
Yeah, but there's like something else to it. And I can't quite get it yet. There's definitely some fruitiness to it though. Not like Dickel fruitiness though.
Dickel fruitiness? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
There's a lot of I get dark fruit on here quite a bit.
It's
but not like
it's plummy.
Yeah. Or even purple grapey.
Yeah.
Or
I like it though.
Grape bubblegum even a little bit. I like it. Those two. That's good. I like that.
That's really good. I wouldn't say that's a super high proof because the way it was smelling, I was thinking, is this like a Stag Junior? Because that grape note that is like grape and very dark fruity, but it's not finishing like a Stag at all. This is drinking very nice and easy.
Mm-hmm. It is really well balanced in my book.
Mm-hmm.
It coats the mouth really well, finishes really good. I've come to learn that I'm more of like an experienced guy. Like
so good. Yeah, this is just like drinking blackberry jam. Some oak, but somebody put some black pepper in that jam. It's got a nice spice to it.
Mm-hmm. Very nice spice to it. Almost
like it's a good I don't know if it's finished or because it's so grapey, but there's definitely like a beautiful like a high spice, like a high rye experience going on. Maybe it's some kind of MGP something. But
when I go back to the nose, the nose is really starting to come alive for me after tasting.
I'm gonna put this in the 115 proof range though.
Yeah, I would say. I don't know. For me, it's ringing like it's like right at that 107 mark.
Oh, it smells good.
Damn, it's good.
I just keep smelling it.
It's a little bit floral too.
I could see.
Maybe that's what I was picking up originally with that fruit on the nose. There's something there that I just can't quite get.
Like it almost it's coming off like a really good Four Roses pick. It's spicy, it's fruity, it's floral. I mean, I'm not saying that's what it is, but it's coming off that way. But I don't know. Four Roses to me, I always get like this slight pickle note on Four Roses from the rye for whatever reason lately, and I'm not getting it in this. But
What did you enjoy more, A or B?
I think A is slightly over for me. I don't know, but B is very close.
Yeah, it's like very like peppery and spicy on the front of the palate, and then into the middle of there's that like that fruitiness that kind of was on the nose.
Yeah, it's all grape and sweet.
Yeah,
and Fruity Pebbles.
There's definitely this is, I don't know. I think it's a high rye mash bill, and I think it's about like 115 proof. Is my guess.
I would agree with you. I would say high rye.
Yeah.
What kind of mug are you drinking out of?
This is my New York City bagel mug.
Oh, so like a mean mug?
Yep.
Oh, that's nice. I like the bagel. That looks like a good bagel.
It does, doesn't it?
Ken Runyer says he'll come up and kick me, but he loves me too much to do it. Don't give up. I'm not going to give up. I just need to start doing it again. As soon as I start, I'll be fine. Shane Long says, love Whiskey Fridays. I love your unicorn man and your picture. If that's you, then you are the best. If that's not you, then why in the hell do you have that as your picture?
Shane Long won himself a bottle of Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered in my live stream this week.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Yeah. Congrats to him, man.
Aiden Craig won a 2020 stag for retail today. Isn't that that's so funny? That's great. Great job. I actually got one today too. I just got a I came from Foulmouth, Massachusetts. Batch 15, haven't opened it yet.
Oh, dude, batch 15 is special.
I haven't opened it. I can't wait.
Wow.
Isn't it funny though? It says I won a chance to buy it for how much it costs.
That's what it is. That's what we get excited about when we can win something like that we actually pay, the regular price for. Oh, it's great. instead of staring at the secondary market and thinking, should I pull the trigger at $650?
Oh, jeez. And then DC comes in and says, read in an Australian accent. Oh, no, boy. Okay, World Stop Whiskey Taster. Just popped in the disc street and neck paws tingle and dinkly bits. Cheers, fam.
Dude, that was pretty spot on.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know many Australians, but if I did, I think you would sound just like that.
Couldn't do that again if I tried.
Oh man, I'm getting Jason C is just mad that we'll be collecting Social Security when the Mets finish paying off Bobby Bonilla. Yeah, I know.
Oh, has he got one of those contracts where he keeps getting paid?
Yeah, the Mets paid him an obscene amount of money, and he's like getting paid until he's like 85 years old or something.
Griffey Jr.'s got that too. Griffey Jr. keeps getting paid.
Yep.
Great.
I got on my very last sip on B.
See, but he deserves it.
I got marmalade on the middle of the palate.
Is it real lady marmalade?
It's real lady marmalade. Just on that very last sip, right on the middle of the palate. That was crazy.
I've never had marmalade or marmalade for that matter.
That's insane. I don't pick that up on too many things, to be honest.
I'm getting a smoked orange on here. It's nice.
Never smoked an orange.
It's definitely high rye. It is definitely a high rye.
Oh yeah, I'm with you, man.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot. I think it's a high rye. I'm thinking it's some sort of delicious MGP blend, or I don't know, some kind of.
I'm still going to put it like the 115 proof range right around there. So the first one I'm going to say is in the 130s. Second one's going to be 115.
130s on number one?
Yeah. I think it doesn't drink hot, but I think it's hot.
You think it's one of those old cars with a light whiskey in it? It's like 135 proof. Mm-hmm. It's like 115.
I do.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to C.
All right, let's go to C.
Oh,
what the hell is that?
That's a different nose.
Glencairn thing. It's like a Cairn Craft bamboo stopper.
This has like a very refreshing nose to it. Like,
that's super sweet.
Yeah.
Just pure like powdered sugar.
Yeah.
Sprite soda.
Yes, we gotta get a dizzy. Yeah. That was a bad idea. Don't do that. Didn't help. Dieter Lang, or Dieter Lang, whatever you want to, says, how about all three of you gents collab and put together a blend? We've done it before.
That's
Yeah.
And let's do it again. Sure, shit. Let's do it again. I'll start one. Let's start another chain infinity bottle. Heck, that's fun. That's fun.
do it.
Yeah, since I've gotten an education now a little bit from Nancy Fraley, I'm better at blending.
Well, it doesn't matter if you're good at it or not.
Put that in the Matt. Put that in the books. Let's start doing that.
All right, we'll do it. I'm going to send an email beforehand to see if some company might be interested in helping out in some way. Possibly.
A certain company, yes.
Dusty Dan's whiskey review seems like the most chill gangster ever. You know me.
It's just a
shirt.
This smells like cherry Twizzler.
It's fruity. It's extremely fruity. But there's something else in there.
It's like cherry Twizzler. There's a little bit of a nuttiness here, like almost almonds.
Ooh, I see almonds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bourbon Battalion, another $5 super chat, says blends are the best.
Yeah, Bobby had sent me this lineup of some bourbons.
Bobby Bonilla?
Yeah, and he had smoked them basically with different types of smoke. And man, it's crazy what some of that smoke can do to a bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it can bring out the flavors even more. Some of it like just puts a completely different twist on the bourbon. If you guys haven't, make sure you guys head over to Bourbon Battalion and give him a subscribe and give him a follow, guys, on Instagram. Good guy, very good guy. He's a Marine too, so
yeah, I might meet up with him tomorrow. He's a fellow Buckeye.
Yeah. I really like the nose on this one, to be honest with you. It's very different from the other two.
It really is.
Yeah.
Adam says, great show tonight, guys. Drinking some Pikesville tonight while watching The Best.
Mm-hmm.
That was B Obtanium Light Whiskey. Which B? Was it the ones I sent you, or are you talking about this one? Because I'm not sure offhand. Not this flight. But
okay, so
do you feel like
that's a very high rye mash bill, or that's drinking very hot?
Do you think that could be something old? I don't mean age wise. I mean like a dusty old.
No,
it's got a funk to it.
There's something to it, but man, that just covered the entire tongue with like spices.
Oh, it's got a lot of spice.
Or is it the proof? I don't know.
Yeah,
it's very hard to figure that out.
That's always what's a little hard to discern when I talk about it all the time when you're doing blinds. It's like you taste something that it feels hot. You're not sure if it's the spiciness of the bourbon or if it's the actual just proof point. This feels like it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because I can pick up almost like a peppery note on the nose.
The spice is just staying. I haven't taken a sip. It's just lingering.
Yeah,
lingering.
I mean, this is old. I've never had anything that's tasted like this. That's old.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam, I'm the only one who knows what we're drinking right now. These guys don't. So we're going to reveal what everything is after we rank them. But to answer your question, the answer is no. It was not.
Wow. That is a spicy meatball right there.
Very, very spicy.
Spicy in a good way or a bad way?
A good way. I like the spice on it. This is a man's man bourbon.
There's something like very savory on the front of the palate to me. Like
it's very herbal. Getting a lot of like sugar-coated mint, caramel, but that it's like everything is just dusted with a ton of like black pepper.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
I mean, again, I would think maybe high rye, but
I think this is a high proof. I think this is a high proofer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 86?
No. I would be floored if this was 86 proof. I don't know. There's no way this is 86 proof. Not looking at the legs on this thing here.
I would say 100, at least 120 to 125 for this thing.
I would agree to put that up there, if not higher.
My mom told everybody to hit the like button, so get to it. She's the boss.
Adriana, how's he going to bring up meatballs on a Friday in Lent? That's true. I shouldn't bring up meatballs.
And then the wag says, "Hey guys, looking sexy as always." That's you, buddy. Hopefully you're feeling better, dude. He says, "Is there a giveaway tonight? Hopefully ADHD Dusty Drum. What? Hopefully
ADHD Dusty Drums posters."
It makes sense to me. Stanley Wagner, yeah, there is a giveaway. It's some Schmancock's Reserve, a whole 750 of Schmancock's. So last week, guys,
man, that's a spicy one.
Last week, my mom timed somebody out for using the F word, and it blew my mind. I love her so much. But so the guy super chats me. I don't remember who it was, but he super chatted, and then a couple minutes later, we were joking about like the good and bad little Debbie's, and I said the cosmic brownies suck, and he was like, "Yeah, F those brownies." And my mom was like, "Time out." She just times them out.
Time out. Get in the corner.
That's great.
So funny. She's like, "I just don't like the F word." I'm like,
That's hot. That's a higher proof than 100.
Yeah, that thing's freaking hot. Thanks, Drew Furstenberger. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, a lot of people like that video.
Do you think that's the Obtainium?
Obtainium doesn't drink this hot, though.
No.
Remember, Obtainium light whiskey is like 99% corn. And even though they usually drink hot, this doesn't smell to me like an Obtainium.
Whatever that's hotter than 125 proof.
Unless it's an Obtainium I haven't had, and it's actually drinking the proof that it is. Because the couple that I've had, those things drink like pure candy, and this one does not. This one drinks like someone threw some hot pepper in my mouth.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I've never had something that's high rye that has put off that much of a burn on my palate and lasted that long. I mean, that just covers the palate, but it's good. It's peppery. It's like a cayenne pepper in there.
Dude. This is a red pepper.
Yeah,
cayenne pepper. Like, geez. I don't know if that's a high rye or it's like a boo rye or I don't know what the hell that is. That thing is hot.
What is Matt doing? Matt, did you just open the bottle?
No. Out of everything, I'm so happy that I swallowed wrong tonight. It was the water. If I would have swallowed the last one or the last three wrong, it would have been real bad.
Yeah, if you would have swallowed C, you would have been would have to call a paramedic. This is not one. I also don't think that this one is that old either.
No.
Lava Man says, Jason.
I'd probably say 6 to 7 years, maybe something like that. 6 to 7 years and 158 proof, something like that. I don't know.
The more I go back to it, it could be an Obtainium. It could be a light whiskey.
I say I've never had a high rye that's drank that hot on the palate before.
Yeah.
Lava Man
says, it's still good. It's still got a lot of flavors, though. I like that.
Go ahead, Maddie.
You done, Dan? You done talking?
Yeah. I'll stop now.
He's messing with you. Lava Man got the Cooper's Craft chiseled and charred and the Penelope barrel strength last night. They're both quite good. Yeah, I saw your Penelope bourbon review today. The barrel strength sounds interesting.
Yeah, I was really kind of surprised by both of them. The 80 proofer, I wouldn't tell everyone to go run out and get, but for a 4-grain 80 proof, it's blended really nicely. It's got a lot of balance. It's non-chill filtered. It's a damn good dram. I mean, I think the only thing, but we could say this about any like upcoming distillery, is the price point against it is what hurts it.
Sure. Wait, what's the price point on the barrel strength?
The barrel strength is like $65.
Yeah.
But again, there's not many like great 4 grains that are available on the market, especially at a decent price.
Yeah.
Even the 80 Laws, the 4 grain they made out in Colorado, that thing is like $85, $90. There's always the unattainable Colonel Taylor full grain. There's a lot. I mean, there's not like a huge amount of 4-grain bourbons out there. So, and the ones that are out there, you have like they throw some like off like weird grains in there like oats or something else. So
yeah, Chris Ludwig said Obtanium does have a high rye out there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a few different. They have like a Polish rye and other things too.
That Polish rye is one of the funkiest things I've ever tasted.
Yeah,
I got a sample of it. It is like, I mean, if you like a ton of like black licorice in your rye whiskey, then the Polish rye is where it's at.
Yeah.
Cameron took a private blending event, or took part in a private blending event at Bardstown.
Oh, nice.
Sales rep. Awesome experience, and he brought some 15-year Jim Beam to blend.
Oh, that 15-year, we don't know where it came from blend. That's Jim Beam stuff.
I mean, according to Cameron, I don't know if he's right or not, but
I know. Well, Minnick has said as such that he's pretty sure it's Beam. He's almost like said it without saying it, pretty much.
I mean,
I don't know.
I've blended with it too, and I can't tell you. So,
yeah.
It's a mystery. It's a mystery.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be one of those mystery things. I mean, a lot of people said it's Heaven Hill. It's Beam. It's I don't know.
Sure. Thank you for the super chat, Cameron. Or no, he didn't super chat. Never mind. Sorry, I just read yours. I just read it anyway. Jeez Louise. But thank you for being here. Oh, Will Barrett bought the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof on your suggestion, and B520 because Jason said so. Drinks well. They're good. Heck yeah.
That's right, Will Barrett. You go get it.
That's funny. What was I gonna? Oh, I was gonna say something just a minute ago, and I completely. Oh, what I was gonna say was this: there's 240 people in chat and only 147 likes. So,
come on, guys,
smash that like button.
we'll move on to D. We'll go to the D when we get 200 likes. And if we don't get 200 likes, then these guys don't get to drink the rest. That's all I gotta say about that. But in the meantime, Bourbon Battalion with another $20 super chat says Dusty. What? What does that mean?
Yeah, I changed my mind.
I want it's simplified, and I won't say the rest of it.
Oh, I get you now. Okay.
Yeah, I'm changing my mind. I think C is a light whiskey.
Yeah.
Yep, I think it's a light whiskey.
Yeah.
Because there's not much color on it. It's getting sweeter and sweeter, and that proof is coming through. I think it's a light whiskey.
Yeah.
I missed Young Fei Chang super chat. Son of a B. Scrolling. This is there it is. There it is. Young Fei Chang. It says, may I add 5 samples of Hancock's Reserve to tonight's spoils? Heck yeah, sure.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. You don't have to do that, but if you would like to, that's great. Thank you. Sorry for missing it the first time through. I'm terrible with reading. I'm a bad reader. Let's see. All right. Are we at 200? We got to be. 179. That's not quite 200, but that's close enough.
Whiskey Central's in the house. What's up, Shayla the Whaler?
Oh my God. D smells good, man.
Oh, you're on the D already? I told you.
Well, we can't drink it yet, but we can smell it. We can't drink it until we get 200 likes, guys.
200 likes, that's right.
After likes, so we can drink this shit. Come on, let's go.
That smells really good. So, Matt, are you drinking everything that we're drinking? Or are you just drinking whatever?
Right along with you, yep.
Okay.
Because I wanted to do that. It's weird, though, because I can't really talk about them. Because it's a totally different experience.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome going through a blind flight like this.
That's a great nose.
Yeah, dude, cinnamon roll. Cinnamon roll with that icing. It's a little bit doughy. It's got that bready note to it.
It's got a nice color to it too.
It's very different than even the first 3. I will say. It doesn't come off as sweet. What's up, Richie Z?
Look at that. Look at those oily legs. Yes. Yes.
Dusty Dan talks about oily legs with that shirt on. I don't know where it is.
You guys can taste it now. We're close enough.
We're close. All right.
I'm bad at doing this. I'm like, I'm standing my ground. Let's just do it.
Man, it smells so good.
Holy freaking chocolate, peanut. Wow. There's like a drying aspect to it too. It's a little bit drying. Ooh.
I've tasted this before.
Have you?
Yeah. I think.
It's super nutty on the nose with that cinnamon. Like it could be like a Knob Creek pick, or maybe even one of those Doc Swinsons with the Heaven Hill.
See, I've never had Doc Swinson.
Mm.
Or have you?
Oh.
Just now.
Cameron says, for all that you do, this super chat is for you. That rhymes and is so sweet.
That's right. Cameron's the man. So I don't know if you guys do this. I went through my whiskey room today because I'm planning on like doing like filming. I keep getting requests like, hey, film your whiskey room. We want to see your collection. So I'm planning on doing that real soon. And I went through like my shelves today. Do you guys like ever go through like your bottles, your shelves, and kind of figure out what you have and what you haven't really touched and what you're going to get rid of and try to make more room? Because I have like bottles on the floor. I was running out of room. So I went through a bunch of shelves today to try to figure out like what I wanted to keep. I had bottles that I completely forgot about that I haven't touched in like over 2 years.
That's crazy.
I just got rid of. I didn't go through it then, and why should I keep the shit? I mean, so I'm making more room.
That's what Will Henderson does, but he just sends them as flights to people.
What did you really just throw them away? Just pour them out and just?
Well, I tasted them every time I had them to see if I would ever go back to this thing. So yeah, I mean, there's a couple there like Breckenridge I had. I was like, fuck that, I'm not drinking that shit. It was a Yellowstone that I did not like. Got rid of that. There was a New Riff single barrel pick that was awful that I had. Got rid of that. I'm like, there's no way I'm drinking this shit again.
Yeah. So if it was from a couple of years ago, that's when they were basically just 4 years old.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, I say it all the time. Like the New Riff single barrels for me are very hit and miss. I've had some that are just incredible, and some that are very like you could taste the youth in it and like the off like the bitter like oak notes in it, and that's the one I had. It was really funky.
Yeah, you could have made a video about that and just gotten like 6,000 thumbs downs.
Probably. Yeah.
My mom says send them to my dad. That's pretty funny. So do you guys like C or D? What do you think about D? Is it
it's very chocolatey to me.
The cinnamon, that's like a cinnamon rolls and like this weird like floral note. For me, I get like a really like weird floral note on the nose.
It's very
a little bit further into the glass.
It's very nutty to me, and it's not coming off as a high proof either. This one is nice and easy, but very flavorful at the same time. Like maybe like 110, 112 proof on this.
Yeah, right around there.
Imagine I'm going to do a clean out my bar giveaway show. Jason C, blend them. I'll blend a couple, but there would have been a couple bourbons in there that would have killed any blend. So I wouldn't have done that. Like I kept a couple. I have some old Knob Creek store picks. Like here, I'll show you this one, but like the old school label. Like this is an old pick. Look at this one.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, with the little thing in the top.
They used to do 100 proof picks.
Yeah, with the metal taxi cab sticker on it.
I didn't know they did 100 proof picks. That's weird.
Yeah, I had a couple of that. I had a couple of those. I'm probably going to save those, taste them again, and see if I can maybe blend them, turn them into something better. But I redid my whole Wild Turkey shelf because I have just a ton of shit from Turkey, and so yeah, you guys will see the video when I kind of scan around. Be kind of cool. Will Henderson.
Will just gave me $5 to complain. I'm just joking. I'm just kidding.
Hendo's a good guy, man.
I
sent him a sample too.
Will's tricky. He sends these flights that or just curveballs, knuckleballs even.
I don't know. I don't think. Yeah, I think dark. I think D is kind of a lower proof, and it's nutty and chocolatey.
I do like D. I don't know if it's my favorite one, but I do like D.
It reminds me. The flavor profile reminds me a little bit of the Ezra 99 with like a chocolate covered peanut.
I can't find that thing anywhere, man. Tell you, I have to travel kind of far to find anything that's worth buying. Every store, like main store, like right around me, is just all the basic stuff you're gonna find at a liquor store. That's it.
You're in Maryland, right? Still,
Yeah,
Crab cakes and football.
yeah, man.
that's right.
So Wedding Crashers.
They'll try to of Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel and Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. It is interesting. Oh, that's an interesting blend.
I've tried Elijah Craig Barrel Proof and Michter's Toasted Barrel Rye. That was actually not bad.
Ooh, that sounds like it would be good, actually.
I blended Michter's Toasted Barrel Rye with Angel's Envy Cask Strength, and that actually was pretty damn delicious.
Ooh, that sounds good too.
Yeah,
Angel's Envy Cask Strength. That should just be Angel's Envy. Like that's
that should be right for the price.
Our contrast between what is so delicious about Cask Strength Angel's Envy and regular Angel's Envy. It's like two different animals.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to write a letter to Angel's Envy. I'm like, you know what? Angel's Envy Cask Strength, fucking get rid of the box. I don't want the box. Keep the box. Just give me the bottle, the fancy bottle with the nice Cask Strength emblem on it.
Yeah, I got one up here somewhere.
Cut the price to like $100, $120. You'll make a killing on that.
Yeah.
Everybody should just put their fancy whiskey in an Alberta premium rye cask.
Is that stuff good? I haven't tried any of that.
It's good. It's super spicy. It's not sweet at all. It tastes all of 132 proof, and it's spicy. It's really good though.
It's also got like have you ever had like milk chocolate or like dark chocolate with like cayenne pepper in it? That's what it tastes like. That's me.
Oh, I could see that.
Yeah.
So you're saying that's almost what C tastes like?
No. C is a lot sweeter.
Yeah.
Yeah. C is way sweeter, and I think C is a light whiskey. It's coming off like candy corn now. All right. So D was a cinnamon roll, peanut chocolate adventure. I'm going to E.
I still get this like a very slight floral note on the nose too, along with that cinnamon roll.
I can see that.
Yep.
Now moving on to E. Are you guys an E now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite going into the last one? One that you're looking forward to go back to taste?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, that smells good.
It smells very good. Hey, we got the Hawk.
I smell some butterscotch in here a little bit. I don't know about anybody else.
Oh, there's some butterscotch.
Butter pecan?
Butter
Pecan. I can't do it.
pecan.
I squealed when I heard it. It's like you go the opposite way with the pecan, and then I went straight up butter pecan.
Hey, Brent Bailey says hello from Southern Maryland. Hey, Brent.
Is Maryland big enough to have a north and south?
No, not really, but
Mike M. Thanks for the Friday.
we have an Eastern Shore, and they call us the Western Shore. So,
The Western Shore, yes.
It's a 20-minute drive.
yeah, almost.
It was funny because when I was in Connecticut, the state was so small, but you had to travel on all these stupid idiot roads to go anywhere. So it took forever to get across the state. But tiny state. Jason's thinking. He's got his thinking cap on.
I am. I'm in my analytical mode right now.
Analyzing. He's like a computer. Analyzing. Blue screen of death. Must restart.
That's interesting.
Dieter Lang says, don't forget the Alberta has one good thing going for it. The glug, glug, glug. The whiskey coming out of that bottle makes the best sounds.
It does. It is a cool bottle. I like the shape and the kind of the texture they gave to that bottle. It's pretty cool.
It's for drunken Canadians in the winter so they don't drop it.
That's right. That's right. I thought I had that bottle here somewhere. Where the hell is it? I don't know. It's probably behind the fuck yo train sign.
That is sweet and spicy and savory all at the same time. I think this is one that drinks at a higher proof than it really is.
That doesn't make sense. How do you say that?
I think it's masked.
Does that mean you're getting ethanol on it, even though you don't think that it's high proof?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if you get a younger whiskey, it could sometimes taste hotter than it actually is. You know, it's kind of like the reverse of an older whiskey that gets some really nice rounded, flavors on it, and it kind of smooths out the rough edges because it's been in a cask so long. You'll drink a little bit, less than what the proof indicates. This is kind of reverse. This is drinking kind of hot.
That makes sense. Brad Brooks wants to know what my favorite or our favorite weeded bourbon is. Don't make me sound bougie. I'm gonna sound bougie.
Bourbon. Man.
You know what? I won't sound bougie. I was gonna say Old Fitz.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that my favorite is an Old Fitz that's not even an Old Fitz. I think it's Rebel Yell 10 year.
Yeah, man.
That's probably the best one I've had.
Matt, you took my answer, dude. Rebel Yell 10 year, hands down. I mean, I've had some great weeders. I mean, if we're talking about like more available weeders,
right,
then I would go towards Rebel Yell 10 year. But if my ultimate weeder is William Ruweller from BTAC. I love that shit.
I'm lying. Old Fitz 15 is really good. I like that a lot.
Old Fitz 15 is amazing. I have a little bit left.
But I feel really bad for saying that because people are like, oh, great, another whiskey that comes inside of a spaceship.
Yeah.
I can't receive it.
Yeah.
Mitch said apparently Old Carter barrelheads are a requirement for being a whiskey tuber.
And the thing about the Old Fitz is I feel like they don't, like the 9-year Old Fitz is very unimpressive. I feel like they don't get impressive until they're getting into like that 13, 14, 15-year range.
Yeah, I've never had the 9-year. I've had the 13 and the 15, both of which I like a lot.
I have a 9-year up here that's fucking collecting dust because I never drink it.
I don't drink them at all very often than the 13 or 15 that I have because it's like when those are empty, I can't like look at them anymore. Which is
I mean other weeders that are really good. I mean, I think Wilderness Trail makes a great weeder for the age and the that 6-year age that it is. What are some other weeders?
Hunter says he was hoping that we would hop up and make a 50-50 mix of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof and Toaster Barrel right now and say that it was better than all of those blinds. First of all, it wouldn't be. Second of all, I gave away my Toaster Barrel because I hated its guts. But if I had it, I probably would have jumped up, but I don't. I don't have it anymore. She gone.
I don't have anything toasted here to do that with either. I have an Elijah Craig barrel proof, but no, nothing toasted.
I don't know. E is pretty underwhelming compared to everything else. E isn't lighting my fire. It's good, but compared to the previous 4, and it might just because be the order it's in, but compared to the other 4, it just tastes like a really nice solid bourbon.
Yeah, I do like E, but I wouldn't say as much as I like the others.
Yeah,
it's still good though.
Still good.
Doesn't hold up. Doesn't stand up to the rest. I can see that.
I mean, if that was first in the lineup, I might feel different. But coming off of A, B, C, and D, E is like it's good. It's just not, it's not standing up to the other ones, unfortunately. But it's still damn good.
I can see that. It's sweet. It's solid. It coats the mouth okay, but it gets weirdly astringent on the back end and doesn't finish that great.
Yep, it's
if had it by itself, it'd probably be really good, but not with the rest of them.
It's not very mouth coating. It's kind of thin, kind of like the flavor profile kind of shoots quickly.
Yep.
It is astringent on the back end. It's not like a good spice. It's getting alcohol.
I see that too.
Yep.
It's weird putting stuff in a flight next to each other.
I mean, I feel like I liked E better than I liked C, but I don't know. I think it may have just been the order that it was in, maybe.
It was in the porter order, which makes no sense ever.
The porter order.
All right, guys. Now that we tasted through them all,
I'm gonna sip these real quick and then rank them. Is that what we want to do next, Maddie?
Yeah, I think we want to rank them. What do you think, Dusty? How about you?
Let me re-pour a little bit of each.
I'm gonna rank them, even though I know what they are, because can't help it.
Man, that's good.
Did you go back to A, or are you going backwards?
I'm going backwards. I think E is still last for me, just coming off the 4. So that's an easy one. Now the other 4 are going to be kind of hard because they're all pretty damn delicious and they're different, but in a completely different way. A for me. A is fucking good.
Yeah.
A is so good.
I'll go backwards too. Try it a different way.
I thought you said you were going backwards, Jason. Then you started with A.
I zipped through them.
Whoa!
I'm just nosing them. I didn't taste them all yet. I'm gonna go backwards tasting them.
Oh, I thought you were the Flash. Like if Dan Shook went opposite style, just crazy fast.
Opposite style. So we're not like watching him finally get to the flight at like 1 a.m.
Right. So my video today, I got some new viewers. Apparently, it was had a little bit of extra reach to it. So new people sort of, and I got a couple comments that were like, "Could you talk any slower?"
That's always fun when you get new ones. I got a great one last week that said, could you stop moving your hands all around? It's so fucking annoying.
Just for you, yes, absolutely. I'll work.
Dude, if I do this, I probably can't talk. So I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. This is so good. Well, then another person said they watched it at 1.75 speed to make it tolerable or something like that. And I said, "Are you my wife? Because you sound like my wife."
Oh my god, such assholes.
No, it's funny. It's true. I know it's true. But that's
yeah. I mean, me too. I mean, I know I do it, and it's I'm not gonna change. I can't help it. I'm gonna freaking sit on my hands for one asshole instead I move my hands around too much.
Right. No. Yeah. So then everybody else will be like, "What's wrong with Jason?"
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Like Jason is moving his hands. I should make one video. I should make one video just sitting on my hands and like sipping with a straw.
Put it behind your back. That's so funny.
Yeah. I do like B though, man. B's good.
Scott on my bourbon journey said I got accused of ASMR.
I've never got that. Like all the time. That's all. People are like, "Why are you whispering? Why are you whispering? Why are you whispering?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Quiet! You're gonna wake up my wife."
A is good though too.
Dude, A is phenomenal. A and B are pretty incredible.
Man, these
I think A is my favorite. Still. Here we go. I think I'm ranking them here. So A, D.
Yeah. I think I got my order.
A, D. I don't know about the B and C placement here. Yeah, BCE. All right, I'm in. I'm locked in.
These cairn things I was telling you about, they're made out of bamboo.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't work for this because now it smells like bamboo. So much. It didn't at first, but then after I recapped it and came back in, now it just smells like weird wood. So that doesn't help the nose.
All right, E for me. I'm gonna say there's like a smoky barbecue note to it.
Which one?
I'm getting on E as well too. There's a smokiness on the very back end. Little bit of a smoke hint there.
I still have the burn from C. Yeah, I mean, I ranked it A, D, B, E, C.
A, D, B, what?
E, C.
All right. Me and you are the same in the top 3, but I like the C over the E a little bit more. So I have E as my last. C is the one I think is the light whiskey.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly, it's hotter than like 125, 130 proof for sure. It has to be.
Yeah, I would say light whiskey, 130-ish proof, because that's what they usually are.
E, I don't think was very hot. I'd say E was like 110 proof, maybe 100, 105 to 110 proof, maybe.
I said 100. I said 107 on E. I just did that nice little 107 number because it's like right in between. There actually are products that come in at 107. Man.
But I also felt like at some point it drank a little bit hotter than it was, but I don't know.
And B was the really fruity one.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that's some sort of Buffalo Trace product. D is like that heavy char smoke, like nutty one. That's good.
Oh, Aiden Craig actually won the big stag, not the junior. That's awesome.
Oh, he got the daddy stag.
Yeah, that's incredible. What's that? $119?
The 2020 is a fucking hitter.
Yeah. Yeah, 20 is good.
There's a drying aspect a little bit to D as well. Not sure what that is, but I thought that the D was around like 120, 115 proofer.
Yeah, I think it's maybe even a little hotter than that.
Then A to me was just like
A was good. I liked A.
Okay, so
I thought A was either the Old Carter or Kentucky Owl.
I think that drink's hotter than it is.
All right.
Are you both locked in then?
Yes.
I'm locked in.
All right. So Jason, you said E was last place, right?
E was last place for me. Yeah.
And for you, Dan, E was what place for you?
E was fourth place.
Okay, so that's basically for me. It would have been last place also, but I also know what it is, so that doesn't really help. But we'll go with Jason's order, and then say we'll substitute Dan's in with it. That's
okay.
how it is.
All right.
So last place for Jason and fourth place for Dan is a Forrest Gump special from Greenbow, Alabama. Not Greenbow, but it's Clyde May's 9-year cask strength.
Oh my God, I haven't had that in ages.
That was E.
It's E. So it's a 9-year American whiskey because they put apples in it.
They put apple peels in it.
So what was the proof on that one?
117.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I said 107.
Is that? But like this was one of my my underrated bourbons of the year because I never had it before because I heard Clyde May's was terrible.
Yeah.
Drinking this is actually really pleasant. Like if you're just drinking it by itself, I like it a lot.
Yeah, the cask strength is actually I have a bottle of it somewhere.
It's still been aged for 9 years in charred American oak barrels. This is my favorite part about the bottle. Legal since 2001.
Nice.
This is a gift from Dan and Julie L. Thank you both for that.
Very nice.
They're the best. Oh, we got a super chat from oh boy.
Ophidian?
1965. Probably how much he can bench press. It was so hot. I was on suicide watch because I wanted it to be so good. Me too. I found out that there was an Old Forester barrel proof pick at a store when I was in Connecticut, and I took my children in their pajamas and I threw them in the van. I was like, because my wife is at work. I'm like, we're going to the store. And they're like, what are we doing? Top of the store. And I was like, let's go. And my 5-year-old was like, why are you in such a hurry? And I said, they have an ultra rare in there. And she's like, let's go.
Oh.
Because we watch all these YouTube videos with ultra rare toys. So she totally understood.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine tastes like.
The barrel proof Old Foresters have just fucking drink like gasoline, man. A lot of them. I've only had one that didn't, and all the other ones I've had are just they drink real hot.
So I'm gonna do an experiment. I honestly just tried 1910 for the first time ever.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try to blend 1910 with the barrel strength.
See if it mellows it out a little bit.
And this isn't a very probably what's the right word? Popular thing to say, but I'm also going to try to blend it with the 150ths because
not a bad idea.
Those don't taste that great to me either.
Yeah.
You know what? It's actually good. I don't know if you have any. Do you have any Elijah Craig 18?
No.
Yeah, Elijah Craig 18 is actually a really good. I don't think that was in one of my overpriced bourbons because I don't think it's that great.
Yeah, I need it.
I actually use it to drop that 18 year into some blends, and it actually makes a world of difference in some of them.
That was going to be on my overrated bourbon list. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I've had the one I've had for a couple of years now. It's just not. It's not worth it at all.
All right.
So your fourth place.
So fourth place was C, and that's the one I thought was the light whiskey.
And that was Dan, your last place, right?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it or did you not like it?
No, I did. It was just very peppery, cayenne, like super spicy. But it still had flavor to it, which I liked. I think again, maybe it was just the order that it was in.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go back to smelling it in the glass and it smells fantastic.
To me, I get like purple rock candy on this immediately, and with a ton of pepper spice. But yeah, it's Obtanium light whiskey, 14 years old.
Yeah,
147 proof.
I knew it, man.
Christ,
I'll just strip my buds off my tongue.
Woo!
Yeah.
So that's 147 proof light whiskey.
But drinks like can, but this one is probably the most peppery, full-proof light whiskey I've ever had.
Yeah.
Normally you get them at 130 proof plus, and they don't drink that hot. This one drinks every bit of its proof.
She's a warmer. She warms you right up.
Yeah, she's a nipple melter right there.
But for some reason, I love that. I love the flavor of that so much.
It is. It's all candy corns, and you said rock candy is a great description.
And the way it coats the mouth, it makes you just like makes you go back for more, even though you probably shouldn't do that too many times.
Exactly. It's like you want to keep going back to, but you know how high that proof is, and you're going to be freaking passed out real soon.
So Brad Brooks asked me, what is my opinion on Kevin Plank's Sagamore spirits? There's some things from Sagamore that I enjoy. And there's some things from Sagamore that I do not enjoy. I think their cask strength is very good. I think some of their finished whiskeys are very good, but their standard expressions I'm not too big on, to be honest. I know it's sourced, but again, some of the cask strength's good, and some of their finishings are pretty good.
I enjoyed the port and the port finish and the and their cask strength. I think I've liked, but the other expressions I haven't been too impressed with.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is a good one. Jay Hamilton, this is not a bad he says that he thinks the 121 is more like Booker's than Elijah Craig. I totally agree.
That's a really good description. It's so much more peanut forward than you would think from a. I mean, there's like a hint of. The A121 from my standpoint had a hint of like a caramel apple note a little bit, but it's so like covered in peanut. It's pretty crazy.
The word I was trying to think of was opinion.
Yeah.
But sometimes it just doesn't come to me. But yeah, that's a very it's astute. It's an astute opinion. Because I got the same thing. It doesn't taste 12 years old to me. The new one, it just doesn't. Jason, if you tasted it, it's weirdly a lower proof.
Yep.
It almost tastes like they added water to it. Like the way that the flavors come out. It tastes like it's got
I would agree. It seems thinner. It didn't seem as rich. It's just like I don't know. It's like if you pull out the layers of the Elijah Craig like flavor wheel, you're looking at like butterscotch and chocolate, and sometimes you get like a salted peanut. Sometimes you get like a pretzel and cherry and all this stuff. I felt like someone got into those layers and like just pulled a bunch out and just like left peanut, chocolate, maybe a little bit of caramel apple, and then you're done. But the mouthfeel, actually, what you brought up is probably what was the most disappointing for me overall. I mean, still
is it have that experience?
Is it still a great value? Absolutely.
Right.
12 years, $65 bourbon. But if you're expecting to come off of the B and the C from last year, anything A is going to be is that good? I just don't see it.
This is weird.
Yep.
So this is a great question. Adam Dorman, you son of a bitch. He says, well, the Obtanium was at least in the flight. Were you guys even thinking light whiskey before he said was B light whiskey?
Was who thinking?
You guys, because he said, was B light whiskey? And I was like, no, I didn't reveal the answers for these yet. And then after he said that, Dan was like, maybe C's light whiskey. As you were drinking light whiskey,
Yeah, I after I smelled it and kind of spent some time with it, I kind of knew right away. I'm like, this has to be light whiskey because of that caramel corn flavor that was in there.
It was funny because you guys didn't mention light whiskey until I read his super chat asking if one of them was light whiskey. And I was like, I got to read a super chat though, because it's a nice thing to do.
Yeah.
I tried to kind of like brush past it really fast.
Yeah, it got it didn't taste like light whiskey to me at first. It got more light whiskey as I kept going back to it, and you got like that caramel, candy corn, type of nose on it. I can usually tell a light whiskey by the nose, not so much by the flavor, because they all drink differently. Like I've had some that are 140 proof and drink like 100, and then I've had ones that like this that actually drink like 140. But the nose on all of them is usually still pretty consistent. Where it's like that high corn, caramel, candy corn flavor to it.
Right. So Nick from Bardstown Bourbon Company says this conversation is very serious, gentlemen. You need to drink more. Happy Friday, if you say so. If he's in charge, I guess.
he's in charge. That's fine.
So I just heard somebody come down my basement stairs because of the squeaks, and I can't tell if I'm about to be murdered.
Oh shit!
Could happen. You never know.
All right, so now we get to the top three. We had the same lineup. So B was third for us.
Yeah.
So B I thought was a Buffalo Trace product because it was so damn sweet and grapey.
So I'm sorry this is third place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, B
was B for both of you.
Yeah, I think it was something from Buffalo Trace. So damn sweet and grapey.
Gotcha. B is not from Buffalo Trace, but it is from a distillery that I often confuse with Buffalo Trace. It's MGP. This is Mayor Pingree's 7-year black label.
Nice.
Oh, the 7-year black label.
Yep. So it's 59%. It's 59% alcohol, 118 proof.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is from Valentine Distillery in Ferndale, Michigan. Their master blender Justin blends this stuff. It's super good.
That's super. It's super sweet. I would not think that does not come off like an MGP.
No, I've never actually had Mayor Pingree before.
Until now. Boom.
So,
what's the proof on that one?
118 proof.
Yeah.
118.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I wrote down 110. Yep.
And then Dusty, you said it was like 115, 120 is what you kept saying. You kept saying, I was like, he's on his game.
Yeah.
But I feel like this bottle has changed a lot since it was full. It's been like a year since I opened it.
Has it was it spicier when you first opened it? You got a lot more MGP, and did it get sweeter over time?
I can't really say. All I know is that it's changed.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not as good as it was.
Okay.
But I mean there's a few ounces left in there, 4 or 5 ounces in there. But very good bottle. I love this stuff.
It's good. I mean, it's very grapey, very sweet. I could see why people would love that shit.
They're hard to find though, from what I hear.
Oh yeah, they're not distributed in very many states at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I got a Mayor Pingree 13-year down here. That's fucking unreal. It's so damn good.
hells yes, they're so good.
They're so damn good. The 13 years are just everything you want. I mean, every flavor you want in a bourbon, it's in there. All right.
What the heck? I gotta take these stupid. Okay, they're not stupid. They were a gift. These bamboo things were a gift, and I poured these earlier before I left to pick up my wife. So I thought, what a great time to use them, right? Oh, also a bad idea because then I labeled the lids with the letters, and I took the lids off.
Oh no!
Oh shit!
That's why I didn't do it earlier. But then again, I'm right back and did it again. So stupid. Whiskey Wiggle, new patron, also says, with the talk of blends, A119 doesn't land well for me.
Yep.
I just mixed it with Old Forester Rye. The verdict's still out. Don't hate it. Yeah. I mean, hey, if you have bottles you're not a huge fan of, have fun with them. Blend them up. Whatever you got to do. Or if you're Jason, blend them with your septic.
Right. Throw it in there.
So was A first place for both of you and D second place?
Yeah. D was second place. D, I think, is like a.
They're both really good though.
Yeah, they're both really good. D for me came off like a Beam or a Heaven Hill, like a nice aged Beam. There's a nuttiness to it, a chocolatiness to it. Really good stuff.
And what did you? I thought you guys said it was like a lower proof.
I thought D was around the 110 to 115 range.
Okay, gotcha. All right. D is Kentucky Owl Bourbon Batch 10.
Oh, that's the Kentucky Owl.
That's the Batch 10 Owl right there. 120.2 proof.
That's pretty good, man.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I like it. But so you're saying that you're getting these notes that remind you of like the Doc Swinson and stuff like that?
Yeah. Yep.
I'm wondering if Dixon had access to the same sort of thing, if he's blending with the same stuff that these other people are getting.
Yeah, you think he's blending with some of that 15 and a half, like that 15-year 78.5% corn stuff that everyone else is blending with?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I mean it definitely shares some similarities, right?
Yeah, it shares some similarities to that, definitely. The Beam and that Doc Swinson's that I've had I've had the Hunt and Gather, which is the 15-year, that one. The Doc Swinson's, even the Bardstown Bourbon Company has the batch 4 has that nuttiness to it, from that bourbon. It's there's definitely some of that going on in whether we had that or not, I don't know, but there's definitely some of that flavor profile going on in D.
I tell you what, D was good, man. I like that a lot.
He's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I can never fault Dixon Deadman for the way he blends. The dude knows how to fucking blend.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just wish his stuff was a little bit cheaper. I know it's not his fault. I know it's Stoli, but I'm just saying.
Right. Lone Wanderer says it's over $400 near me. Yeah, it's $400. That's what retail is. That's what MSRP is.
Yep.
Really?
True. Yeah, that's $3.99. But this is my argument though. If it was $119, you would never ever find one.
Yeah.
Only on the secondary. How much would they be on the secondary? Who knows? Whatever the market.
Yeah.
So it's like who do you want to make the money? I don't understand. It's a stupid game. But Wagner Jr. says one more shot at Ham Hocks. Jason is texting saying, "This is stupid. I hate this guy. I'll be done in a few minutes." Wagner sent you a message on Instagram there, Jason.
Hey, Jason, got the turkey today. It leaked? It wasn't. I never opened it. How the hell did it leak? Oh, only a little leaked, but the plastic seal was busted and the topper was separated from the cork. What?
That'll happen in hand delivery sometimes. Sometimes the hand deliverer is not very careful.
That's crazy. By the way, what's up with the crochet knitted stuff and thanks for the Cracker Jacks. First of all, let me tell you, Stanley Wags, that crochet stuff, you can't get that anymore. Let me just say that. My past grandmother knitted those.
Yeah.
and when my mom sends me bottles from New York, or if I go to New York and I get stuff to send back, and she made like thousands of those. So Dusty Dan has gotten some of those.
Yeah, you have to be rare in the crochet stuff.
I had to be rare in the crochet stuff.
Yep.
So yeah, my grandma made all those, so that's what that is.
So cool.
Yep.
So Stanley, be happy that you got some.
That's right.
That's right.
Gary Franchi got his batch 10 for $100 less because someone at the local bourbon museum effed up. You know what? It's funny because places like that, you're like, you know what? You've done me so many times the wrong way. Now it's just coming right back to bite you.
My turn.
Yeah. And then the poor person behind the counter gets shit canned the next day and has to go on unemployment and gets into drugs and needles and then rehab and just because of you, Gary.
Nice.
So the winner was A. That's what the
winner was A.
All right. A is one of my favorite whiskeys ever. I got a whole box of like whole box of samples one time.
Yeah.
And I started tasting things next to each other, and I wanted to taste this next to something else that I heard was really good. And when I tasted them both side by side, I was like, one of them to me was better than the other, kind of hands down. So
I said this was an old Carter, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think it drank hotter than it was, which kind of led me to believe, it had that kind of like that profile too. So I think that it drank hotter.
Or something like some MGP something.
Yeah,
sure. So the two whiskeys I compared were Bardstown Bourbon Company Chateau de la Baude, if you guys are aware of that.
I'm apparently blamed for driving the secondary market up on that single-handedly.
Of the Chateau de la Baude?
Yeah.
I just can't stop saying it.
I know, Chateau de la Baude. Yep.
Chateau de la Baude. Like
it's so fun to say. It's so fun to say, yeah.
Anyway, the one I blinded it next to with was this guy. It is an apple brandy finished from Copper and Kings, Bardstown Bourbon Company, apple brandy finish.
Oh, shit.
Apple brandy? What?
Yep. So it's 120 proof, 10-year MGP finished for 18 months in an apple brandy cask.
What's the proof on that?
120.
Yeah.
0.4.
Wow.
That's your winner.
Yeah, I wrote down 120, so I got the proof right, but I don't know. Maybe I'm not just well enough versed with apple brandy. I'm not getting like a ton of apple on it.
I just love it.
That's crazy.
A was fantastic, man. I'm glad I saved more of that than any other sample.
That's fucking delicious.
Yeah, that's really good.
So yeah, I had to. Once I tasted, I had a 1 ounce sample of it, and I'm like, I need more of it. And then Cam from Drums and Rams hooked a brother up.
That's what I said about the. That's what I said about the Chateau de la Baude. I need to forget more of that shit.
But yeah, I want to put this in there because this one was really. It's not a new release. I think this one was like a maybe late 2019 or early 2020 release. But if you ever come across one, it's a buy. It's a buy for show.
Yeah, like stuff like apple brandy would never I wouldn't think, okay, yeah, I should buy that, but man,
that's actually that kind of shocked me, to be honest with you. That's really good.
That was pretty shocking.
Yeah,
it doesn't surprise me that it was a Bardstown that was number one.
Well, I mean, I put it in there because it's one of my favorites, and I thought that.
Wow.
But I put it up against the 7-year Pingree, which has always been one of my favorites, and Owl 10, which is like ridiculous. Tasting these by themselves are so good.
I got an education with apple brandy from Alan Bishop over at Spirits of French Lick.
Right.
Because that was like kind of a big Indiana staple, was making the brandy like that. But yeah, to have it kind of finished on that. I mean, so this is interesting. So I don't know, Matt, let me get your take because you've had a lot of Bardstown Bourbon Company products. So when you think about the Pfeiffer Pavitt, when you think about the Chateau de la Baude, you think about
the
Chateau de la Baude. And I don't know if you've had one of the sherry cask finish one.
Is that the Prisoner?
Yeah, then the Prisoner is the wine cask. That's the Cabernet. I mean, those are really rich, and you get a lot of that the finish on it. They're very. I mean, that thing is finished in something. This for me was very. I don't know. It wasn't as prominent as I would think from compared to the other ones.
Right. So I mean, it doesn't stand out, but I think it does add like a layer of sweetness to it.
Yeah.
And then
you said the apple brandy now, getting a little. You definitely could taste a little bit of the apple in there. That's incredible stuff. Wow.
I also think that if the MGP, like that flavor profile, plays really well with it.
Also, it is MGP.
Yeah, it's a 10-year MGP.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So that was where the spiciness came from, Dusty. As we were through it. We're like, there's got to be some kind of MGP blend.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it ended up being an apple brandy finish. That's crazy.
That is crazy. I would have never guessed that, to be honest.
Never guessed that in a million years.
Yeah,
you couldn't. It's one of those things that unless you know that it exists, then and even if you did, like, how do you? There's not an apparent note on there that like drags you to that. It's just good.
Yeah, you would never say immediately like, oh, that's apples.
Yeah,
right.
Like it's not there. The spice you get, you would think there's some MGP in there, which we called out, but aside from that, I would never think that's an apple brandy finish. That's crazy. Oh yeah, the Copper and Kings Oloroso sherry finished Bardstown bourbon. That was the one. That thing is a sherry bomb. I mean, when you see that, I'll actually pull it for you. You can see the color of it because it's so damn dark. Let me grab it.
On the sherry finish, you said?
Yeah. Ow.
Always love whiskey. Nick says, "I love Bardstown Bourbon Company." Yeah, you work for them. Says, but letting it open up in a glass or share a pour will show all its true flavor profiles. Yeah, we let it open. This one opened up quite a bit, and yeah, it's ridiculous. Man.
You said it was Copper and Kings, right?
Yeah, this is the Copper and Kings sherry finish.
Yeah,
and look how freaking dark it is.
Yeah, that's dark.
I mean, it is. The sherry influence on here is no joke. This tastes like all figs, raisins.
Yep.
I mean, all the good stuff you get in a nice shit like blackberries. It's delicious. But I mean, you would never think, this you could taste like there's a big finish to it. That letter A, had never thought. That's crazy.
No.
Yeah.
And I think, Matt, you even hinted, does it taste finished?
I just wanted to know if I said, do you think it's a finished whiskey? I just wondered.
Yeah.
And you both said no, like right away. You're like, no, it's not.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't taste finished at all.
Yeah.
Like, if you put this in my glass, I'd be like, yep.
Right. 13 and 18 Shelby says Chattanooga's whiskey's new experimental batch 17 is an apricot brandy barrel finished. See, now that's going to be weirdly unique because of all the malt in there.
Yeah.
Their experimental stuff is what I would consider to be experimental.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Bardstown, the shit they're doing, man, I can't.
Heck yeah. So I asked Steve Nally, their master distiller.
Yeah.
I had lunch with him the day of the competition. So I was sitting there with him and Peggy No Stevens at the same table, and I was just like melting with like anxiety and just shyness because it's so weird because they're there and they're celebrities basically to us.
Yeah, they're whiskey celebrities. Absolutely. Yep.
So I asked Steve, I was like, I got a question for you. So you know how we try all these finished whiskeys that we just like really enjoy or like they work out really well.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what's the percentages? Like how often do you have an experiment that goes wrong? That you're like, this will be good, and then you try it and you're like, a bad idea. And I thought that was a good question because obviously it has to happen, right?
Yeah, of course.
And he was like, I don't know, just one time somebody had a bad idea that we were like contract distilling for and it sucked, but like, no. I was like,
he's like, yeah, everything we come up with is fucking brilliant. So
I mean, I guess I think that if you're going to put that much work into it and time into it, because they're all finished for 18 months, which is a long time.
It is a long time. Yep.
So when they're finished for that long, I think you probably have to be pretty much sure that it's going to be at least marketable or drinkable, right?
Yeah, I'll say Bardstown Bourbon Company, especially with the Discovery Series, their Finish Series, whatever they're doing, and their collaborations. For me, I would put that up against some of the most hard to find, allocated bourbons on the market. Honestly,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super good, and unfortunately, it's really hard to find.
Yeah,
But-
I mean, right now they just don't have the distribution right now. But I mean, I'm going to be there in March. The weekend of March 11th, I'm going to be there. I'm going down to Kentucky to do a couple picks. And Bardstown Brew definitely. I always love stopping at Bardstown Brew Company, having some lunch. I love the shrimp and grits, having an old Dusty, and
They're
that's like
poutine. You gotta get the poutine. So good.
What's that?
They're poutine.
Oh, the poutine. Oh, hell yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it? I'm not from Canada, but I'm kind of close.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, the poutine. The poutine.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're totally looking forward to going down there, and I'm going down there with Scott for my bourbon journey. So we're going to be heading down there with our ladies and having a nice lunch there and hanging out and seeing what they have because, Bardstown Bourbon Company. I think if they, oh dude, 311. I'm there 312.
Now say that in your best British accent.
Yeah, hello.
No.
Yeah. So so hoping to get there and see what they got going on, and
That's awesome.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. Should be really fun.
So yeah, Nick will be there. 312. That's my guy. He's the best. Nick's the best.
I'm trying to think what day our reservation is. It might be on the 12th actually.
So did you guys leave F unpoured, or did you pour it already?
No,
I did not pour F. No.
All right. If you guys want to pour it, this is the send off dram, the night capper, the good night drink. Something I wanted to send you guys that didn't fit in the lineup, but something that I just wanted to share with you guys.
All right, let me grab it.
Get this bamboo thing off there.
All right.
Preston Adcock says he's drinking on a Copper and Kings barrel pick. Yeah, Copper and Kings, they actually do like barrel strength apple brandies also.
Man, this is I honestly think this is a pretty good blind here. Had us really guessing the whole time for sure.
Like I said, I didn't want to send you guys anything that I didn't want to drink because next week is Trev and Cam, and I'm not sure that I did the same for them.
But Aiden Craig said Jason has a lady surprising. What the fuck does that mean?
What? Nate Cox is a big fan of all three of us. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Nate. Gentlemen.
Thank you, Nate.
Ooh. All right. So F is a little bit of surprise here.
It's a little surprise. It's just a little something that one of my favorite just special pours. The color on it is pretty significant.
Yeah, it's pretty rich.
Oh, that's a fantastic nose on there.
This is one that I pour, and then when I smell it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's what that is. I just like it. I just like it a lot.
This has got those oily legs too.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's nice.
Yeah.
It's like it's like sweet stuff got charred. Like it's like you put a bunch of like maybe like agave or honey or like some sort of like runny sweetener, like a liquid sweetener, and then it just got charred and burnt and then just sat there inside of an oak barrel, I would say. Probably.
Oh man, that's good.
God, that is sweet and smoky. You're right. Woo. Man, I don't know if that would have overtaken the Bardstown, but that would have been pretty close up there.
It's
right.
really
It's totally different. It couldn't have competed with those ones. It's lower proof. It's
man.
You know what though? It's funny because this drink's totally different by itself. So weird. I should have had you drink this first. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, coming off of all that other stuff,
Is this that Elijah Craig toasted blend you were working on?
no, this is, geez. I tried this recently to remember how good it was, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's good!" But then after trying it after the rest of these high proof things, it doesn't
stand up.
Doesn't stand up. It shouldn't have done this. But yeah. So
That
this
still has a very nice like it's viscous though. It's got like a really nice viscosity to it. The finish, like a nice long finish too.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought that this would actually, like, I thought that if we poured it after, like gave it some time and then poured it after, that it would, I don't know, be as good as it should be, but it still doesn't. It's weird. For me anyway. I'm not sure about you guys, but you know what? You don't even know because you don't know what it tastes like when it doesn't taste like this. What am I talking about?
So you said this is a lower proof?
Yeah, compared to the rest. That's why I left it out of the flight completely. So this was a gift from the glorious, wonderful, brilliant, mysterious Jack Johnson. He sent this to me when I was preparing for the Bardstown Bourbon Company World's Top Whiskey Taster Competition, and it is Parker's Heritage Promise of Hope.
Nice.
So yeah, that's crazy. I was going to guess the Parker's Heritage Heavy Char.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, because of that smokiness that you said.
Mm-hmm. So I think this is a 10-year single barrel. It's 96 proof.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna try this tomorrow by itself.
Yeah, me too.
I've heard a lot of really good things about that Parker's, but just by itself. I mean, I had the cognac finish, had the cognac finish one, and that's fantastic. Richie Z had sent me a sample of that one time. I had to go find a bottle of it, but this is actually really good. I'm looking forward to trying this tomorrow by itself.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely worth trying without having a bunch of 147 proof things.
You said this was what proof was this?
96.
96, and it was 10 years.
Yep.
Yeah, that light whiskey, man, was a beast.
Yeah. That again, it just stripped all the taste buds off my tongue, but it was still really good though.
Kind of kicks your door down and is like,
yeah. That Kentucky Owl batch 10, that's pretty good. Have you compared it with the 9? Which one do you like better, Matty?
If I had them, if I could only have one of them, I'd pick batch 9. The batch 10, when I first opened it, I was like, oh no. Like realistically, I totally honest, I was like, crap, this isn't what I wanted it to be at all.
Yeah.
And then like 1 week later, I went back to it, and just that much air is all it took.
Yeah,
just a week, and I was like, "Whoa!"
That's what happens with those blends, man. Especially the Kentucky Owls. That's crazy.
And I say that, like, science says that air doesn't change whiskey. That's what they keep saying, and I say your science is bad science.
Yeah,
like get that out of here.
Yeah. Even if when you experience. I mean, we've seen it. Trev has talked about it. Trev Wilson, even Adriano Rodriguez, Whiskey Mountains. Like stuff tastes different outdoors and in the environment that you're in. And I think even if you take that out of context, if you take the location out of the context, and you just you talk about the people you're surrounded with, I think it makes whiskey taste different.
Yeah,
the conversation, the whatever it may be. Just that stuff can make a whiskey taste different. And I always feel like when I get a bourbon in a bar, it always tastes different. Like if I'm used to that flavor profile it'll taste completely different than when I'm used to drinking it here.
Right. It's because it's Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
And
So
then
there's,
at the bar.
yeah, exactly. So there's something environmental, something that's completely like collective when you're talking about like who you're with that can, I think, alters flavors. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's definitely environmental for sure. That's why if you have that promise of hope and just taste it by yourself, it'll be a totally different experience.
Yeah.
Michelle Lynn says, "What a great time and good content. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you, Michelle. We're about to do this giveaway. So if Kerber, if you're in the chat and you're taking care of these, let me know how many numbers we have to pick from." Uncle Buck says he stopped by Cat's Eye Distillery today in Bettendorf, Iowa. The guys were the nicest, very friendly. Gene's the man. We've been talking back and forth for over a year now, and we're gonna do something together at some point. So hopefully it works out. But yeah, they're great people there. If you're from Iowa, you've got to be nice. Otherwise, you're from Iowa. And then Adam Dorman says, "You're exactly right with the batch 10. But have you tried the batch 4 rye yet?" Yeah, I tried it once when I was totally slammered at the Likes house. So here's a little inside baseball. We were at the Likes residence.
Yeah.
And then this was like the first night I was there. And I was there for like 2 weeks, like in Florida. But like the first night I was there, I was like, just pour me everything. And then at the end of the night, I told Dan, I said, "Dan, grab me that Owl Batch 4 rye." And he was like, "There's no way that you're going to be able to appreciate that at this point in the night," because I was shit-faced. He's like, you're not going to be able to appreciate that. And I was like, just because I can't talk right doesn't mean I can't taste or smell right.
That's right.
I said, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And when I come back, I want 2 glasses poured. And I'm going to tell you what's in those glasses at this point of the night. And they're like, "Whatever, Matt." And I was like, "Do it." So into the bathroom, I came back and they had 2 glasses poured for me. I smelled them both and I was like, "That's an Old Carter American whiskey and that's Wild Turkey 17-year bottled and bond," without tasting them. And they're like, "Holy shit, you nailed those both." And I was like, "Now pour me the Owl Rye."
That's impressive.
I mean, it was luck.
That's why you're the WTWT.
Yeah.
It was pure luck, but also at the same time, just luck. Hey, SG Flying High. Cheers to you too. Thank you so much for being in the chat tonight. And then hopefully did Kerber chime in?
Yes, is Kirby ready to do the giveaway?
The cannon is in the house. Let's go.
Oh, shit.
With your Old Forester single barrel decision. Okay, you can't argue with my decision. I said try it before you buy it. That's like the smartest advice anybody's ever given anybody.
Right. I totally agreed with that decision because it's true. Some of 9 out of 10 times the ones that I've tasted fucking drink like hot garbage.
What should I drink? Penelope Barrel Strength, Chattanooga 111, or Old Scout?
Go Chattanooga 111 for sure. Love that shit.
1 through 76.
That yet.
Dan, pick a number. Shoot. So we're doing. Young Pei Chang said he was going to do like
a 1 to 76.
Yeah. So Dan, that's you.
Dan, pick a number between 1 to 76, buddy.
34.
30. Is that how old you are?
No, I wish.
So 34. 34 is the winner of the bottle of Hancock's.
34. And I hope it's someone that's in the chat.
Yeah.
And if it's not,
then I'll change my number and pick another number for someone who's in the chat.
That's funny.
No. Best rule number.
What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Me either. I like the way Jason's just texting somebody, just telling them, I'll be out of here in a second.
I'm getting a bunch of Instagram messages. People are watching, man. It's pretty fun.
239 still. We're 2 hours deep. Wow, those 2 hours went fast.
Yeah, they did go.
Wow, Bourbon Battalion won.
What?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Wow, Bourbon Battalion won. Nice.
He deserves that for sure.
He does, man. He's a good dude. Bourbon Battalion. Congrats, buddy.
So email me adhdwhiskey@gmail.com and we'll talk further. We'll talk about stuff.
Nice.
Guys, thank you so much for being here tonight. I appreciate you so much. And this flight was fun, even though I knew what they were. But
it was fun for us because it's stuff. I mean, I think, all of them are stuff I never had. So that's awesome. That's always fun when in a flight.
Wow, that's weird. And those are some of my favorites. So
I had samples of the Obtainium, but I don't know if that was the same one that you had. This one that you sent actually drank a lot hotter than the ones that I've had. But yeah, I mean, you could kind of smell that Obtainium on it. But
sure. Yeah. When you lock into the nose of light whiskey, you can pick it up real quick. That's why I picked up that Old Carter American whiskey at the Lake's house.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what that is. It's light whiskey that's rebarreled.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's delicious, but it's like once you hone in on that nose, you can figure it out.
Yep. Yeah.
Says, awesome live. Glad I found your channel. Now.
Oh yeah. Hey, Maddie. Don't forget about Chang's samples.
Oh boy, how many did he say there were?
5, I believe.
All right. Okay. So that was let's pick 5 random numbers between 1 and 76.
Yeah.
All right. Let me write them down as we do them so we don't forget. All right. I'll go first. Jason, you go second. 11.
23.
Dan?
44.
43.
56.
That's 5. All right. That's awesome. Thank you so much for doing that.
Yep.
Thank you so much, guys. And thank you, Young Pei Chang, for doing that giveaway. That's super cool of you. Appreciate that so much. You didn't have to do that, but that's really, really nice.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, guys. Tonight was fun. It was 2 hours of just sipping super high proof stuff before we sipped low proof stuff, which was
and as always, Matt, thank you for your generosity and sending the samples, and thanks for the cigars you sent and the coin. That's awesome, man.
Dude, I was gonna bring this up I was thinking about this today.
Yeah.
The first time anybody ever challenged me to a game, to a tasting competition or a contest was you. And you sent me George T. Stagg, an older William Rue Weller, a Four Roses limited edition, and Booker's 30th.
Yep.
I'm not sure if there was a 5th one or not. There might have been a 5th one. There might not have been.
Yeah, I think there was a 5th one. I can't remember what it was though. But yeah, that was your flight I sent you. That mystery flight.
I'm so sorry. I didn't. I was on the onset of just getting a cold, and then when I tasted one of them, I was like, "That's really okay." Like I didn't appreciate them at all at that point, and I felt so bad when I was doing the reveal. I was like, "Jesus, he's gonna hate my guts forever."
Well, I mean, you still ended up enjoying it though, right?
I enjoyed them a lot, but it kind of like when you're new to bourbon and new to collecting and haven't tried a lot of like crazy things. There's like a part of you that wonders how crazy it gets, right? So if you have Elijah Craig Barrel Proof and you taste it and you love it so much, then you're like, I've never had George T. Stagg, but it's got to be like, how many times better must it be to be like that sought after and that incredible? Like people pay so much more.
Yep.
So like in your head, you think it's going to be a completely different experience, and you taste it and you're like, oh, it's kind of like Elijah Craig Barrel Proof.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you said it. I mean, I sent you those because I felt like, okay, let's give it. Yeah, you're still kind of newer on the scene. I'm like, let me send this guy some fucking hitters and see what he thinks. And then, like from there, as you're kind of building your palette and your channel, I mean, that would definitely give you a sense of what true value really means.
Right. Crazy. That Booker's 30th. Jeez.
I have a very, very tiny bit left. I wish I had more, but yeah, it's pretty much all gone.
Savoring it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Did I miss anything really important at the very end as I was blabbing?
Yep.
Great live. Congrats, Blibbity Blibbity. Ernie Brubaker says, great time. The Brubaker maker himself. Friggin' Ernie Brubaker. All right, guys. Thank you so much, Dan, Jason. I love you guys both.
All right.
Thank you, Matt.
So much fun. My name is Matt.
Matty. This was amazing. Thanks so much for having us on. Anytime you ever want to collaborate again, I'm down.
We should do it like 6 times a week.
We should.
Or more often, for sure. All right. If you're in chat and you're not subscribed to Dusty Dan, do it like right now.
Yeah, and put his playlist on like just watch the playlist, for him because he's trying to get to his monetization. So just freaking go onto his channel, say view all the videos and just play and just repeat and just let it go. So he can get up to his watch hours so he can get some monetization.
I really appreciate that, guys.
Yeah.
And if you're not subscribed to Master and Drum and you're subscribed to me, then what the hell happened? How did you?
You're a lot more entertaining than I am, Matt.
No, dude, I'm glued to your stuff so much. You have no glued. You're compelling. You're great. You're hilarious. I'm just. I have to make up for my lack of everything else by just being this. All right, guys. Have a great night. My name is Matt. You like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind. I'm not using bamboo stoppers in your Glencairns because it smells like bamboo. And bamboo smells like poo.
No bamboo.